Okay, so today we are going to be making a teacup or a mug that pops up. So when you pull a tab, the flat mug will actually rise up. What you need for today is your art block, your crayon, or markers. If you don't have crayon, you can use markers, and paint. You need glue, you need a ruler, and you need a scissors. And of course paintbrush and water and palette for painting. So first thing, let's get our art block out. And let's tear it into half first. What we're going to do first is to create the mug. Now our mug is going to be just a rectangle shape. Say for example we have another background piece of paper that is maybe this big. So maybe I want my mug to be around this size. Yeah. So I'm cutting out the paper so that I can use this side for another thing. So let's tear it out first. You can cut also, it's up to you. Okay, I think it'll be easier to just make this into a mug. Okay, now remember, because our mug is not just a flat piece, it's actually going to rise up when you pull. It's gonna rise up like this to make it pop up. So I'm gonna get another piece of background paper first. So let's imagine there's a table here and our wallpaper. So you have to imagine there's a tab over here, and when you pull, it goes up. So maybe I want my mug to be a little bit thinner over here. So maybe I'll just tear out this part just to make it a little bit thinner. Okay, at this point you might think that the mug is too fat, but it's alright because we are going to pull it and then it will actually raise up. It will look okay as a mug like this. Okay? So for this rectangle, not the whole piece is going to be the mug. You actually need a bit of gap here. You're going to fold it. We are going to put glue down here later on so that we can stick it down on one side. And then we'll also add a mug handle over here. Over here, we're not going to stick it down. We are actually going to attach another piece of paper here, just a rectangle piece behind it. It will go through a hole here that we're going to make later on. And this hole will pass through behind, the paper will pass through behind, and when you pull, that's the thing that's going to pull this paper up. Okay? For the same thing, let's fold it like this, just a little bit. So fold both sides. One side is for the glue to stick it down. The other side is so that we can add a tab underneath and pull later on. Alright, now we have our mug shape ready. You kind of need to position it slightly to the left side because later on you're going to push it, right? You're going to push it, so you kind of need to position it slightly to the left. Now let's add our mug handle with a pencil so that I can erase any mistakes. Now remember, this mug is very big, so we want a big handle. How do you draw a handle? It's basically just a C but backwards. And another one. There, you have a handle. And then of course you need your saucer, which is the tiny plate at the bottom. So just draw it like this. Okay. Now when we pull up the mug, it's going to reveal some empty space here. So we don't want that to be blank. We kind of need to join them together. So this is our mug. Let's just draw a line to make sure we know where it is. And then let's just join our saucer together. Okay. So now when we pull up, you reveal the saucer underneath. Maybe I'll just add another line. There. Then I'm going to add another line for the table. Just a straight line. You can use a ruler if you want. Maybe here. Okay. Right. Now we have to decide where to cut the hole for the slit, for the tap. So let's pop it up until you think you're satisfied. Maybe here. Let go of this side. And look at where you have the tap. Just draw a line. Just draw a line so that you know where to cut later on. Okay. Okay. So this is where I'm going to cut later on. Maybe I'll just cut it out. If you have a blade, you can just cut it with a blade with your mom or dad's help. I don't have one right now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to slowly with the scissors. You want to be careful with this part. Try not to tear the paper. There. Okay. Now we need to make the long tab that comes out. We need to make the long tab. So just now we have this piece of paper, right? The extra paper. Now we just need to cut out a rectangle, or you can just tear. It's really up to you. I'll just tear out mine. And we attach it behind. So later on, we're just gonna just stick it down like that. Stick it down, and then when it pulls, it will pull together. Okay, so now it's time to decorate our mug. Make it colorful as well as our background. Just make it colorful with a lot of patterns.